All right, here we are at Strawberry Reservoir. You can see behind me a little bit. I don't know if you can. It is ice off season. So stay tuned. We're gonna see if we can pick up a few fish on camera for you, show you a couple of jigging techniques. We got a slip float out there already. Picked up a couple of fish. See if we can get a few more today with Priority 1 Fishing. Okay, let's talk a minute about what we're using here. We're using a couple of jigs, and a slip float. I think we got a fish on, don't we? No, just missed it? Alrighty. So a couple of techniques that we can use here at Strawberry at Ice Off, and which just a phenomenal time of year to get out here and catch some of these big cutthroat, is jigging techniques and slip floats. So the jig, kind of the jig that I choose is a hair jig. A lot of people fish plastics out here. Especially in the fall, you're going to see a lot of tube jigs being used. But something about a hair jig in cold water, early season, this fish just go crazy on it. So a black marabou hair jig, just looks like a little leech or a small minnow, maybe kind of swinging through the water. And we can fish this relatively slow, which I think is imperative to catching these fish this time of year. They really don't want to move very, very quickly. They've lost about 30% of their body mass over the winter months, and they're a little sluggish. They are regaining that, and as you can see, we got a little bit of wind as well. It's starting to kick some oxygen up in the water, and it's just a matter of time before these fish do get aggressive. But they are hitting the jigs. They're hitting some slip floats, and we'll show you a slip float here in a minute as well, and hopefully we get a couple of fish on camera with that slip float so we can show you how it works. So stay tuned. Brian Losey here, Priority 1 Fishing, Strawberry Reservoir. Ice Off is on. Get out there and see if you can catch some fish. Alright, we're just kind of sinking the jig and swinging it a little bit. The fish we found have been down a little deeper than what we thought they would be. If I had to take a guess, I think we're fishing close to 12 feet of water right here. Oh, there he is. Just like that. That might be a better fish too. Let's see. Yeah, that's feeling better. Just like that. Yep, that's a better fish. Look at this one. Yeah, this fish might be a slot buster. It's close, and he's not. All right. Try not to lose it here, and try not to fall in the lake. Oh yeah. I don't know if I can get my hands around this one. Gotta cradle him. Look at this. That is hard to beat. Oh, hold on. Don't want to have him flip and hurt himself there. And you see why they call him cutthroat? Nice big cut marks under his jaw there. That black marabou jig. Now let's see if we can hurry and get him back in the water here. Take a minute. I'm gonna get all slimed here. Part of the deal. Part of the deal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, it's gonna be time to wash the blackfish here. Hold on, fish. Hold on, fish. All right, let's see if we can get you on video here with a nice release. All right, nice release here. Get him. And look, he's already ready to go. Big cutthroat, Strawberry Reservoir. Hard to beat. Okay, now you can see the ice here behind me. We're just fishing the edge of it, and it drops off pretty quick. One of the keys we found to catching fish this time of year is you've got to have enough ice away from the bank. A lot of anglers get out here when it's only 15, 20, 30 feet away. The problem with that is that ice is still pretty thick, and it forces those fish to swim through an area about the size of like a little hourglass. You know, they're coming through this really narrow window of water, you just don't get a lot of fish up in shallow until you get the ice out. Oh, good 50, 60 feet like we're seeing now. Having a good drop off there. Fish that one a little bit quick. I think we want to get it to sink down just a little bit more. I think I was a little excited. That was a pretty good fish, that last one. Alright, just sweep it. I'm not doing a lot of real heavy jigging. Just kind of sweeping the jig through the water, letting it kind of undulate. And that's when they decide to pick it up. Just like that. These cutthroat, they'll follow it all the way into the bank too. So don't pull the jig out of the water too early. Gonna be a little bit of wind on camera, I think. We got about 25, 30 mile an hour sustained winds right now. But that has a tendency to kick these fish up, get them feeding. Unlike a lot of what anglers think they should do with fish, especially trout, is fish early in the morning or late in the evening. Ice off, you can really catch fish all day long. This wind is just like ringing the dinner bell. Just like ringing the dinner bell. Alright. Let's swing over, see if we can get the slip float out here. And so we can pick up a fish on slip float. Let me show you kind of what it looks like. So basically, simple little cigar style slip float. This is a colored foam float, balsa wood float, sorry. And this one has about a 1/2 ounce counterweight on it. What that counterweight does is it allows for directional casting. I mean, especially in wind like this, that weight's going to go first, so you don't have all that surface area hitting the wind and having it blow all over the place. And we're actually putting slide it right against here, little tungsten ice jig. Actually, this is a 6mm tungsten long shank jig, and just a little piece of a night crawler on there as well. Now the key with the slip float is your stop. Now this one we're actually using a I don't know if you can see it here, there we go. This is a little thread stop, and it's just a little uni knot tied around some fluorocarbon, and that can slide easily up and down your line. So you can adjust your depth. We're running close to 8 feet down with this slip float here. These fish have, what we found, have been down quite a bit deeper than what I thought they were going to be. You often see fish at Ice Off kind of push up into the shallows when they can get there. To help with that stopper from the float going over the top of the stopper, we're actually putting a little plastic bead as well. That bead has a real small opening, so it catches on the knot of the stopper, but prevents the opening of the float here from going over the top of the knot. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to rebait this one a little bit, and we'll see if we can get it out there and hopefully pick up a fish on the slip float rig. Give it a nice, good, large profile. Those fish be able to see it a little bit. Now with a slip float, you often want to have a little bit of wind. I mean, not like this. I mean, this is a bit ridiculous, but it is working, because that little bit of wind will cause that float to actually bounce up and down and give your jig a little bit of action. You can use hair jigs this way too and actually catch fish pretty effectively. Sit that there for a second. I'm going to wash my fingers off. And we're going to juice it up a little bit too. See if we can get a good scent trail going on with a little bit of garlic. This This is Procure's Garlic Plus juice. Doesn't take very much of it. Try not to get it on yourself because you will smell forever. Okay. Back down for just a second. Okay. All right, back at it. Let's see if we can throw the jig around. Keep an eye on our float. Maybe catch one. Got it? Hey, look at that. Let's see how big he is. All right. Fish on the slip float. Keep him tight on there. He might be a good one. Got a little bit of drag going out here. Oh yes. Keep your rod tip kind of angled. Yep, keep it up. Most of these, the hookups are going to be like in the top of the mouth. I'm going to have to sit this down for a second here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sit it here, hopefully get it on video. Look at that. Little green jig right in the nose, just like we predicted there. So, just like we predicted. There he is. Right here. Different species. Jig, gorgeous little football little rainbow, only about 12 inches or so. They do stock this lake quite frequently with quite a large quantity of these rainbows in here, and they do really quite well. I mean, for a lot of anglers, this is the preferred catch here. Everybody wants these rainbows, and recently there have been some rainbows come out of here that have been pushing 8 or 9 pounds. So. Testament to the fishery. They are gorgeous little fish. I mean, take a look at that. Bright pink stripe, little slime line. Let's get him released here. Got him. Good deal. Let me get this in. Okay, another fish on the slip float. Hold on, coming through. Let's get over to him here. Another slip float fish. Beautiful little rainbow. And let's let him go here. We've got quite the storm on its way in, I think, so not too much longer. I think we're gonna call it. See if we can get out of here. One more fish. Maybe two. There he is. There we go. Hang on, fish. Hang on, fish. Pretty good one. Pretty good cutthroat. And I think I got your line. Yep, you got tangled in your line. Oh, yeah, you really got tangled in your line. Okay, look at that guy. Another nice, hefty strawberry cutthroat. Good deal. Oh, there he was. Coming in on it. There we go. There we go. Nice little cutty. Well, there you have it. What a way to end. Strawberry Ice Off. A couple more weeks, it'll be all gone. We'll be putting boats on the water. So get out here while you can. Catch some of these nice cutthroat. See if I can get... Oh, he's cooperating. There you go. Beautiful fish. Beautiful lake. Not so beautiful weather, but hey, the fish are biting. Get out there, get some. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook and Instagram. This is Brian Lose with Priority One Fishing. Get out there, catch some fish, and as always, remember, tight lines.